Okay, so today we're going to talk about dividing polynomials. And with dividing polynomials, we're also going to talk about the remainder and factor theorems. So, for our first example, dividing polynomials, we're going to take x squared plus 10x plus 21 and divide it by x plus 3. So let's set it up. X plus 3 is my divisor. And this is what I'm going to divide x plus 3 into. My dividend. So first things first, I have to see how many times can x go into x squared. Well, we just take x squared divided by x, which gives us x. So x times x is x squared. Now we always subtract when we divide, but when we're doing long division of polynomials, you have to take the opposite sign. So say this was negative here, you take the opposite, make it positive, and for this particular case right here, since this is positive, the opposite of that is just a negative. So subtract it. Well, these cancel out, makes it 0. Now I'm going to take the 3 here, multiply it with x. 3 times x is 3x. The opposite of that, negative 3x. So 10x minus 3x is 7x. Now I start the process all over again. So how many times can x go into 7x? Well, 7x divided by x is simply what? Well, 7x divided by x gives me 7. So plus 7. So x times 7 is 7x. The opposite makes it minus. That's 0. It cancels. Now I'm going to take 3 and multiply it with 7. 3 times 7 is 21. Opposite of that, well, these cancel out at 0. So therefore, the solution to this problem is, well, we get x plus 7. So another example is, say I'm going to divide 4 minus 5x minus x squared plus 6x cubed divided by 3x minus 2. So, well, we set it up. So 3x minus 2 is my divisor, and this right here is my dividend. Now, you got to be careful here, because you got to put it in standard form. So standard form polynomials is when we write the highest degree first, then the next to highest degree, next to highest degree, so on. So in this case, it's a third degree polynomial, so 3, so that means 6x cubed. Then the next one is negative x squared, then negative 5x, then plus 4. So how many times does 3x go into 6x cubed? Well, if I divide 6x cubed by 3x, that's going to give me 2x squared. So then 3x times 2x squared is 6x to the third. Take the opposite of it, it's minus, that's 0, it's done. Gives us 0. So negative 2 times 2x squared is negative 4x squared. And the opposite of that is positive. So that becomes 3x squared. So now I have to figure out, well, how many times does 3x go into 3x squared? Well, 3x squared divided by 3x is x. So plus x. 3x times x is 3x squared. And that gives me 0. Now I take negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And the opposite of negative 2x, it's positive. So negative 5x plus 2x is negative 3x. So now how many times does 3x go into negative 3x? Well, it's going to be negative 1. So 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. Take the opposite, that's 0. Now I'm going to do negative 2 times negative 1, which is 2. Take the opposite. That gives me minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. This is my remainder. The remainder goes over your divisor. So it's going to be plus, since it's positive, because we have positive 2, plus 2 over 3x minus 2. So now we are going to go into a little more complicated scenario.